Sister Mary Ann, 50 years here at Corryville Catholic. What a treasure you are. You are the face of the tradition of the Sisters of Notre Dame here, and I am so thankful that you're here to keep that spirit alive. Whether you're saying hi to students who are walking past your desk, checking in on our graduates, or mentoring our 8th graders, you bring so much spirit to our school. You are a treasure. Your smile brightens my day every day, and I am so grateful to have you here because you know exactly what type of school Corryville Catholic was, what we are today, and what we're capable of in the future. Thank you so much for sharing your talents and treasures with us here at Corryville.
My name is Sister Carol Lichtenberg. I have known Sister Mary Ann Zwijack since the day we both arrived at the door of the convent to enter and become Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur. That's over 50 years ago. So I have been a longtime friend, a longtime companion of Mary Ann as she has lived out her mission here at Corryville. Congratulations, Mary Ann, on 50 years. It's an enormous accomplishment, especially given some of the ups and downs I've witnessed over the years. You know, the Sisters of Notre Dame are an educational order. St. Julie Billiard founded us for education, and Mary Ann surely fits that mold of a wonderful Sister of Notre Dame. We came to the United States to teach children and came to Cincinnati in 1840 and started our first school at the corner of 6th and Sycamore, right down the hill. So Sisters of Notre Dame have been a part of the Cincinnati Catholic education scene for a long time. And as you probably know, a part of St. George School for all the years since 1877. And about the mid-70s, St. George changed its name to Corryville because other parish schools joined this school. That's about the time Sister Mary Ann arrived here to begin her 50 years of education here. We were both fresh out of college that year and starting our teaching careers, me as well, but I was in Dayton. All these years, Mary Ann has shown a level of dedication, a level of commitment that is just amazing. You know, I have this experience of making plans to have Mary Ann join a group of us for dinner or for a social event, but during her years of teaching, you always knew it would be later than you scheduled, because Mary Ann would be here teaching children after school, making sure they got their work done, working with the teachers to plan things. Oh, and probably a little hanging out as well. I remember her talking about why she kept students after school, and I was amazed at how intense she was to see that students got their work done. So if they couldn't or wouldn't do it at home, they did it here under her supervision, and you can be sure it got done. Mary Ann's a storyteller, if you know her very well. I regaled us over the years with stories of all sorts. Always an entertaining presence. And one of the stories to tell about her is that she's a very devoted person when it comes to snow days. I used to hear stories of late night parties at their house when snow was predicted. So I'm not sure who all joined the three or four sisters that lived at her house, but they would end up with a crowd playing cards well into the wee hours of the morning, counting on the fact that school would be called off because of snow. I actually don't know what happened on the days when school wasn't called off, and they had to get themselves to school and perform. I don't know if it's still around, but over the years, Mary Ann has had a couple of shirts that say, "Let it snow." But that is only one side of her part here at Corryville, because she was highly dedicated, put in all kinds of hours. So, Mary Ann, it's been a privilege to accompany you these 50 years of your ministry at Corryville. You are a wonderful sister of Notre Dame, living out Julie's charism of educating for life. You've made an enormous contribution to the families and students here at Corryville. We are all proud of your service. St. Julie would be proud, and I am personally proud and have been privileged to know you and to walk with you through these years. Much love and congratulations.
Sister Mary Ann, I want to congratulate you on 50 years. 50 years at Corryville Catholic. That is such an achievement, such an accomplishment, and I love you so much. I am so honored that you have been able to pour into me, into my family, into Ishmael, William, and Dewan. And from all of us to you, we love you. Congratulations. We hope that you do something amazing to celebrate. But I am thankful that I have been a part of you, and you will always have a special place in all of our hearts. Congratulations.
First of all, I understand Sister Mary Ann has been here probably a lifetime. I feel like I've been here a lifetime too. Sister Mary Ann was my 8th grade teacher. I graduated from St. George, which is now Corryville Catholic, in 1974. And it was all during that time period, from the time I was probably a kid until the time I got out of 8th grade. I had a relationship with Sister Mary Ann, and she was the world's best role model. She taught me about right, she taught me about wrong. She loved me as if I was her own daughter, and she taught me things that have taken me a lifetime through my life now to become who I am. I actually came back after I went to high school at Ole, went to college at Mount St. Joe. I came back and taught at Corryville Catholic for 10 years. I think I taught here from probably 1982 until 1992. And Sister Mary Ann was still here at that time, still doing the things that she's always done, being a person that really cared about kids, a person who helped you through life, give you direction. And it was great working with her as a teacher to teacher. It was great being a kid, growing up and having her put me in the right direction. And so I have known her for all of these years, and she's family and someone that I love, and probably without her would not be where I am today as the executive director of the Friars Club and being the person that helped other kids do what she did for me.
Sister Mary Ann Zwijack Day. Wow, that has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I only wish that this message could be delivered in person instead of virtually, because I'm certain that there's someone watching who would enjoy a liquid celebration. So in that spirit, let me raise my glass and toast Sister Mary Ann for 50 years of outstanding and dedicated service to the Corryville community. You have been an exceptional teacher, a devoted mentor, and a dear friend to so many, too numerous to count. You are so deserving of your special day of recognition, and I hope you will enjoy it to its fullest. Congratulations, Sister Mary Ann. Virtual hugs and best wishes always.
Sister Mary Ann, it has been so great working with you and getting to know you. Congratulations on 50 years.
Congratulations on your 50 years at Corryville Catholic, Sister Mary Ann. I love you tremendously. I'm so glad that I had you as a teacher. You were very influential to me growing up, and you have helped me to become the young woman that I am. And it was such an honor of having you as my teacher. I talk about you all the time. You were one of my favorite teachers and one of my favorite people I know. Again, congratulations on 50 years. Love you.
Well, Sister Mary Ann, what a delight and a privilege this is to be able to send a brief greeting your way. I was thinking I left St. Monica St. George after only 24 years. That's paltry compared to your 50 years dedicated here to Corryville Catholic School. Just before coming in today, I was talking to the bookkeeper who used to be here, Judy, and she beamed from ear to ear when I told her where I was coming and what I was doing, because she had all kind of warm memories of you talking with the kids who come back to see you. So I, along with a host of other people, congratulate you on 50 years of such dedication and love for the children of Corryville.
Congratulations, Mary Ann. All of us are thrilled to be able to celebrate this occasion with you. Today there are two of us here. We were supposed to be a trio, but unfortunately Helen Davis had some unexpected health concerns, so she was not able to join us today, but she wanted you to know how much she wanted to be here. My name is Shirley Speaks, and I have been the development director at Corryville Catholic for the past 17 years. But my friendship with Mary Ann goes way beyond that. Mary Ann and I met for the first time sometime in the early to mid 1970s. We were at a dinner party with some mutual friends and met each other for the first time. During the course of the dinner, someone said it was supposed to snow the next day, and we both got so excited at the thought of having a snow day. So that was one of the things that I think sealed our friendship right from the beginning, was our love of having snow days and being able to celebrate a day off school.
My name is Judy Thomas, and I started here at Corryville in 1984. So I've been working with Sister Mary Ann for 36 years. However, I knew of her before that, since I was a member of the parish. My father used to refer to them as the St. George nuns. Of course, my mother corrected, you call them sisters. And my mother always would talk about how kind and thoughtful the sisters were. But I didn't realize how kind and thoughtful they really were until they became my colleagues and my friends. We tried to come up with some adjectives that would describe Sister Mary Ann. And the one that I thought of right away was persistent. We've often said that Mary Ann, once she gets something in her head, she's like a dog with a bone. But we wouldn't be here in this building if it wasn't for this persistence. Probably about 20 years ago, we were told we had to move out of this building, that we had to go over to St. Mark's, and to have our school there. And our principal, she went ahead and had a name in mind. She was going to call the school St. Julie. And Helen and I, we had our rooms picked out and everything. We wanted to have one downstairs, and I was going to be in the room above her, just as always. Mary Ann would not have any of it. She said, absolutely not. There is something wrong here, and we are going to get to the bottom of it. And boy, she did research, she called people, she had meetings, the whole thing. And she did get to the bottom of it. So thanks to Sister Mary Ann, we're still here on Calhoun Street.
No one who knows Mary Ann could doubt her persistence. In the early days of celebration on Calhoun, we were all busy trying to get ready. At that time, we used to have celebration on a Sunday, and so we would use all day Saturday to get ready. So we had everything was ready. We were all kind of ready to wrap it up and leave so we could be back here the next day, when Mary Ann got the idea that because there were birdhouses in the centerpiece, that it would be a great idea if our napkins were made to look like birds. And I can assure you that everyone in the room did not care about birds except Mary Ann, but she persisted, and we did indeed have birds of various colors on our table the next day. Another way Mary Ann showed great persistence was in her dedication to the bingo. Every Thursday night, regardless of that she taught all day, she would be there every night, happy and cheerful and working hard for Corryville. And she persisted and persisted as long as it was possible to keep that going.
The other adjectives we came up with were how kind and thoughtful Mary Ann is. And If you know Mary Ann, I always said, I have never known anyone to go to more funerals than Mary Ann Zwijack. I mean, she's always going to funerals. And my story shows the woman is a one-person bereavement committee. When my dad died in '88, I really didn't have anybody to help me set things up, and he really wasn't affiliated with the parish anymore. And my one sibling was completely useless. So she stepped right in and just took over. She had her friend Father Harry, he did the eulogy. Judy Tenzing did the food. She did the program. Then she brought in her record player and all her vinyl records and played all these records. She just had it all taken care of. And you know, when you go through that, you're just kind of so out of it. And so I was very, very thankful for how she just took things over.
We do tease Mary Ann about the number of funerals that she goes to, and so I didn't realize what Judy was going to say that she just said, so it's going to sound like we're both talking about death. But the night that my husband died, very unexpectedly, it was a Thursday evening, and by the time we got to the hospital and whatever, it was after midnight. And once Mary Ann heard what had happened, although it was a Thursday and she had taught all day and run the bingo all Thursday night, she appeared at Jewish Hospital and stayed there with me till 2 o'clock in the morning when I could reach both my children. And she was just there. So whether you look at sad times in your life or really happy times in your life, Mary Ann is always there with you. One of the things that Helen commented to me, and I think it's absolutely true, if Mary Ann is your friend, she is your friend for life. She will always be your friend. She will always be there to help you. You can always count on her. And those are wonderful attributes to have in someone that you know. We've had lots of celebrations over the years for various reasons, and we have someone who often composes songs when we have events. Mary Ann loves those songs, so no tribute to Mary Ann would be complete without having her favorite composer sing a song for her. So,
Mary Ann, I have to say, this song absolutely jumped out at me. I was looking for something else, and I had done part of this for another occasion, and a folder fell, and this song jumped out. So this was meant to be. So this is for you on your 50th anniversary. 5 decades ago you came here, you left normalcy right at the door. From the very beginning, your head started spinning, you wondered just what was in store. 5 decades ago you entered, and you muttered just why am I here? But soon doubts were dimming, kids' hearts you were winning, you showed them they'd nothing to fear. Yes, they saw you as a leader, with their interest and goals undermined. With your hard work and devotion, all their dreams were soon reaching new highs. Now you have 50 years of memories, some of pupils, of parents and friends. And for all we can tell, all of them wish you well, and there'll never be one like you again. No, there'll never be one like you again. We love you, Mary Ann.
Thank you for 50 years, Sister Mary Ann.